Let's bring in Milind Deora now, who is joining us. He's the candidate from Worli Assembly constituency, also a Rajya Sabha MP of the Shiv Sena. Milind, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. 4 of the 7 pollsters are giving an edge to Mahayuti. There is also a prediction of a hung house. As someone who was on the ground and, of course, campaigning and contesting, what's your own assessment?
My assessment was it was a tough fight, no doubt about it. There was, we were starting from a low base given what happened during the Lok Sabha elections. But I think that the alliance left no stone unturned to fix the problem, to ensure that every aspect, every box is ticked, to ensure that the schemes that were launched, whether it's the infrastructure projects that were completed before the Vidhan Sabha elections, to counter fake narratives that were spread during the Lok Sabha elections. The NDA did everything they could unitedly to sort of ensure that the public will give us a hat trick.
Okay, the overall voter percentage is also better than 2019. Of course, Professor Sandeep Shastri has a different assessment here of how the numbers have gone up in Mumbai. We would be waiting for the final voter turnout, which will be coming in a couple of hours. Many would say that slightly higher voter turnout could be voters voting for change. Of course, there is no empirical evidence to suggest so. Is this an endorsement for the incumbent? What's your assessment?
I don't, honestly, these are all, these things don't matter. These are things which exit pollsters love to debate endlessly. I personally believe that these exit poll numbers, is a higher turnout better, lower turnout better? Does this mean a higher turnout? Does it mean that it's in favor or against? None of this matters. I think that there was a very good campaign. We learned from the mistakes of May, June 2024, corrected them, did our best, did the best that we could. I would say left no stone unturned. And I'm confident that given the schemes, given the infrastructure projects, given the way Maharashtra has moved forward in the last few months and years, the voters will give us a resounding victory.
Okay, in fact, I've just been corrected by a colleague of mine who says that Maharashtra overall voter turnout is 3% less than 2019. 2019 was 61.4%. This time it is 58.4%. So, Milind, I stand corrected on that. But talking about the numbers that Mahayuti is expecting, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, when he spoke to me in that interview, he had said that he is expecting a thumping majority. Any number above 145 will be seen as victory for Mahayuti.
Again, I don't get into numbers, but was there confidence? Is there confidence? Yes, there is confidence. His popularity, the narrative that the fake narrative that we busted, there is popularity, there is confidence. And we ran the election not based on overconfidence, but based on local issues, micromanage the election on statewide issues in a city like Mumbai, on Mumbai issues, on constituency issues. So as I said, I'm confident we'll make it.
Will it be a pro-incumbent verdict then when you say we'll make it?
Yes, it's like Haryana. It's like where the Haryana government made history and won a hat-trick. It's a pro-incumbency verdict.
Okay, let's talk about the overall functioning of Mahayuti, the way Mahayuti fought this election. Of course, there was no formal announcement of the chief ministerial phase, but Eknath Shinde was clearly leading the campaign. So do you think there was complete coherence between the 3 political parties? Of course, they managed to sort out the initial hiccups, which was with regards to ticket distribution.
Yes, there was 100%. There was between 4 parties, really. There was very good coordination, planning. Frankly, being a candidate myself, I've been a candidate where there are 2 parties. I've never been 2 major parties. I've never been a candidate in an alliance where there are 3 major parties. And I was a little apprehensive, but very good coordination, very smooth planning, very smooth execution. So, impressive.
Okay, my last question to you. Let's talk about the Worli constituency and your own battle against Aditya Thackeray. Mumbai turnout has been 1% better than last time.
Yeah, I think that I mean, there were people excited about it, and we also went to the people and said that, look, when you vote for a Lok Sabha election, you're really voting on national issues, on what kind of government you want in the center. When you voting for a Vidhan Sabha election, you're electing a chief minister. You're determining the future on local issues, law and order, development, the economy of the state, city, rural issues, urban infrastructure. And I think that got people excited to come out and vote because people saw that there's hope in this government. This government takes decisions quickly. This government gives people justice very quickly. So in that sense, locally in Worli, I encountered a lot of anti-incumbency against Aditya, and which I found very, very surprising because when he came in, he had all the potential to bring about positive changes. He had a government where he was a part of, which he was a part of for 2.5 years. The people of Worli, in fact, have given the concentration of power of his party in Worli is the highest it is in any constituency, assembly constituency in Maharashtra. Just for your information, there is one Lok Sabha MP from Worli. There are 3 MLAs his party has in Worli. There are 3 former mayors of Mumbai that his party has in Worli. There are 3 other corporators. So there is a massive concentration of wealth. His father was chief minister. He was a minister in his father's government. So the expectations of the people of Worli were very, very, very high. And what I encountered everywhere was that he failed to deliver on those expectations. So we ran a campaign, a constructive campaign, and ultimately what makes me happy is that there was no mudslinging on a personal level. This was a campaign based on issues, a campaign based on a constructive effort, and I'm very proud of when that happens.